Been rough for the Huskers at home. Who knows? Maybe going on the road, maybe we can get it right here. Heps Rock headed to Indiana to take on the Hoosiers. Not known for their football, but let's be honest, the way Nebraska's playing, does it really matter to this point? Nebraska coming in with just one win, Indiana 4-2. And Nebraska getting started early. Johnson injured on the hit and fumbles the ball, so already Nebraska behind, but hold to a field goal. And Dillon finding Banks down the field on the play action rollout. 1st and goal. Dante, good blocking, cuts back in. 7-yard touchdown, 7-3. And big play here, Tommy Hill, an interception. And he's going to be able to get back outside, and he takes it to the house. Getting past the quarterback, 78-yard pick six. And Nebraska, the defense showing some life, 14-3 game. And it gets better late in the first. Big hit with the fumble, and Tommy Hill recovers. So Nebraska in business. In scoring range again, and it pays off. Dante cutting up the middle. Zone run, 21-3, Nebraska. Later in the half, 24-3. See Malcolm lurking underneath. User lurk. I love those. Great return. Gets it into Indiana territory. And the half will finish well for the Huskers. Best half of football all the way around. 27-3. Nebraska doing work. After giving up a field goal to start the half. Dillon finding Thomas down the field. Great block. Nice run after. So Nebraska again in scoring range, and they make it a 30-6 game. And look at the defense now, playing with some confidence, right with an interception. Just sitting right there. And it pays off. Later in the quarter, Ramir Johnson, remember, he was out because of the injury. And he comes back, gets a touchdown. 37-6. Nebraska. Best game of the season on both sides of the ball. Great first quarter, 21-3, and they carry that home. Just 2 field goals allowed. Tommy Hill, your player of the game, an interception. Scored on it and recovered a fumble as well. For Indiana, Rourke, rough game, 113 yards passing, 3 interceptions. Justice Ellison, good on the ground, 15 carries for 111. You see the 2 fumbles there by the Indiana backs. No receiver, really dangerous in this one. Price the best, 5 for 42, but for the most part, Nebraska's defense locking them down. Dillon, 19-22. 241 yards, no touchdowns, but more importantly, no interceptions. On the ground, Dante with 74 yards and 2 touchdowns. Ramir Johnson, 26-1. And in the receiving game, the receivers really don't get anything going. Coleman the best, 3 for 36, but Thomas, 7 for 98. So nice to see the tight end involved. Defensively, 2 sacks to go with those turnovers. Nebraska, their most complete game of the season, they improved to 2-5. Tommy Hill recognized, not just in the game, but in the conference, your Big Ten Defensive Player of the Week. Unfortunately, recruiting not going well. Lose out on a 5-star to Florida, and a couple of 4-stars finished second. So still trying to get someone to commit to Nebraska. Speaking of committing, defense, Tommy Hill and company, their best game of the season, and they're really going to need it, because up next is quite the test. But who knows? We lost to an FCS school. You just never know what can happen when you step on the field.